Good evening. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News. Frisco collected $12 million in sales tax last year, the most ever. Now the town is putting its money where its need is with childcare tuition assistance and housing aid. The childcare tuition program launched today in partnership with Town of Breck. Council is budgeting $17 million for the Housing Helps program through 2031. That money goes straight to locals. Frisco is also putting over $6 million into new construction at the Workforce Center on Galena and CDOT lot on Granite, and also committing at least $7 million to the Lake Hill project. Frisco also approved $1.5 million for a police department remodel, over $500,000 more than expected.
I don't see prices dropping to, like I say, BC before COVID. I don't think that those days are coming back anytime soon.
That was Jeff Goebel with Frisco. It's the same story countywide. A roundabout on Highway 9 at the Breckenridge parking structure will cost $1 million more than expected. A long-delayed renovation at Dillon Town Park is costing over $1 million more. Krystal 93 was moderating the Dillon Town Council candidate forum last night, where incumbent Mayor Marilyn Scavera asked for understanding on the beleaguered Uptown 240 project.
They are a local family doing their best for our community, and COVID was poorly timed for their project. And if you can find it in your heart, feel for them.
Sitting Councilwoman Jen Barchers had this to say when asked about the town's long-delayed master plan.
Throughout the years, of course, we've talked about eminent domain and all of those things, and I think the councils have decided that's an ugly process, and it also sets the stage or sets a precedent for how you act as a town. And if you act as a town not friendly to business, then why would somebody want to come in and open a coffee shop?
Dana Christensen is running because he feels slighted by council over a drive-through marijuana decision.
That whole episode is the primary reason I'm running for town council. My wife was at the meeting and it was 100% opposition to the walk-up windows, and yet they voted for them anyway. And I'm like, what? Why aren't you representing the will of your constituents?
Coming up tomorrow is a candidate forum in Frisco at 10 Mile Music Hall. Beaver Run is hosting a forum for Breckenridge candidates next Wednesday. This week on the State of Summit.
Our landfill is scheduled for closure in 2056 if we stay on this business as usual scenario. That is really scary, and it's not that far away.
That was Jen Shank with High Country Conservation Center, pushing the town of Frisco to be the first in Summit to adopt a pay-as-you-throw program.
Typically, Breck or Summit County government does lead on environmental initiatives, and I am super proud that you all are considering this, and I believe it will create a lot of momentum.
Pay-as-you-throw makes single-stream recycling mandatory for all trash haulers town-wide by 2025. It has support from Bobby Cotto, owner of Tavern West.
I personally see how much I would be dumping into the landfill if I did not recycle. I mean, in my restaurant, Tavern West is a small restaurant.
But Pay-As-You-Throw exposed a rift in town council, summed up by Andrew Aronson, who sees the benefits, but not as written.
There's supposed to be collaboration. We're supposed to work through these issues in a workshop so that when it's an ordinance, we don't have to have these big, gaping, I don't know how this is going to work type things. And that's how you create bad law or council people that are making ill-informed decisions.
Dan Fallon agreed, asking to bump the ordinance to another meeting, and Melissa Sherburne fired back.
I'm very passionate about this. I happen to agree with the comments. This is urgent. It's important for us to lead on this effort.
Council ended up approving the ordinance unanimously. It goes to second reading next meeting. Tune in again next Wednesday for The State of Summit on Krystal 93. Soup for the Soul is back after 2 years on hiatus, and they are bringing the band. Angelique Harris with Summit Community Care Clinic.
We decided to come out with a bang and hire Home Slice, which I knew from personal experience could get everybody out on the dance floor.
This is the biggest fundraiser of the year for the Care Clinic. $50 gets you soup, salad, and dessert from Keystone and entertainment from Home Slice.
It's just going to be one really big party.
Soup for the Soul comes to the Keystone Conference Center March 26th. In sports, the Nuggets play the Kings tonight at 8. And in local sports, the Breckenridge Vipers end the season this Sunday at home against FDNY. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News.